Enhanced push-to-talk service.
Mom, I had the best dream.
Well, good morning to you, too.
Okay, so I was a knight. I had a sword, and our house was a castle. There was this angry dragon. It was kind of scary.
Oh, yeah?
But I protected the castle.
Oh, that's my brave little man. I'm glad our castle is safe.
Your home is your castle, and sometimes you need help defending it. The National Association of Realtors supports maintaining homeowner tax incentives because they make home ownership more affordable for more families. Learn more at houselogic.com.
All right, thank you very much. 25 minutes before 8 o'clock, beautiful looking Wednesday morning. You made it to the middle of the week. How about that, right? Look at this. We're almost done with May already, right?
Yeah, it is so gorgeous out there.
This was the time of year when I was a kid. I used to love going outside, because especially when school let out. You know, the kids were always out late at night because the days were longer. Remember that?
Yeah.
And you were growing up in Wisconsin. I grew up on Long Island, New York, and there were lots of lightning bugs around.
Oh, they were beautiful.
Now, that's the question. Did you call them lightning bugs or fireflies?
I call them lightning bugs.
You did call them lightning bugs.
Yeah,
See?
And then down here they call them fireflies.
Fireflies,
so,
yeah. But it's the same thing, right?
Yeah.
And there's a big science behind that whole glow thing, what it means, how it happens, and all that stuff,
it's
right?
huge.
Very, very cool study, by the way, if you're looking.
Yeah.
Now, how often have you ever gone into, like, a doctor's office and you're waiting your turn, and there's some children's books sitting on the table?
Yeah, I love those.
And you're just kind of looking at them saying, should I pick it up? I don't know. Am I going to look silly? It looks like a fun one, right?
It does.
I think I'll pick it up. Who cares about reading that Wall Street Journal over there?
Exactly.
I'm picking up that children's book. It's colorful. It looks fun. And I have one here that might happen for this book might find itself in some doctor's offices, and there might be some adult children like me who pick it up. The book is called "It's a Firefly Night," and for the children out there, they will love this. For the adult who remember being a child, you will remember when you used to catch fireflies. Real quick story. When I first moved to Rainbow Lakes Estates, it's a very, very rural area here. I said that for our guests' sake, so she knows. In other words, I went from a place that had lots of street lights to a place that had no artificial lights.
Uh-huh.
And I was driving through this wooded area going home, and I could tell that there were a lot of lightning bugs or fireflies outside. And I know you're not supposed to do this, highway patrolman, but I turned off my light. There was no cars on the road at all. It was absolutely a dead road. I turned off my headlights, and for a moment there, I was in Star Wars.
That is so cool.
I was flying through space.
That is so cool.
All those fireflies, and unfortunately, some of them, went to firefly heaven on my windshield. Dianne Ochiltree is on the phone. She went to the University of Miami in Ohio.
That is cool.
How do you do that?
She's magic.
She obviously has a talent for writing. She has written a really beautiful book, and it looks like she's been doing this for a long time. She's on the phone right now. She's a poet, a teacher, and a mentor for writing workshops, and I'm taking up all her time, so let's talk to her. Dianne Ochiltree. Good morning, Dianne.
Good morning, Larry. Good morning, Robin. And it's a thrill to be here this morning with you guys and your viewers.
And where are you?
I am sitting in Sarasota, Florida.
Okay.
South of you.
All right.
And but I also grew up in the Midwest. I am a Buckeye from northeastern Ohio.
Yeah, and how did the University of Miami end up there? How did that happen?
Oh, because it's Miami University.
I know. You get that all the time, right?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So do you have fireflies in Sarasota?
We do, but not as many as in former years, I believe.
I think so, too.
Certainly not the amount that I recall from Ohio summers.
Yeah. Well, and I just think there are fewer of them. I don't know if I'm right about that or not, and I think that's sad if there are fewer of them. The book is getting good reviews from us adults here in the studio.
Oh, wonderful.
How is it doing out there? Are you getting that same kind of feedback from adults who are remembering when they were kids doing this?
Absolutely, Larry. It's, for me, when I was writing it, it was a beautiful, joyous experience because it was sparked by a memory of firefly nights with my own dad as a child. And so I just spent a lot of time recalling the magic of those summer nights when I was very young. And I think other people are responding in that way. Teachers, librarians, parents, and grandparents.
Yeah. And there's something very comforting about your book. You write in such a way, we'll talk about the illustrations as well, but I want to talk about what you've written. You write in such a way that it's, I don't know how to say it other than comfortable. There's a comfort zone that you go into when you read your writing. I guess there's a gentleness about it or something. I don't know.
Oh,
I'm not a
thank
psychiatrist,
you.
so I don't know. I don't know exactly how to explain it, but that's my feedback.
Well, whenever I write picture books, I try to get right back to the space where I was and when I was a child that age, hoping that those words will relate to a child of the age that the book's intended for. For example, this one is aimed at ages 3 to 6. And if I might read the first 4 lines,
definitely,
that might give your listeners an idea of what it's like.
Yes.
When the moon is high and the stars are bright, Daddy tells me it's a firefly night.
Ah,
nice.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
This is really intriguing. Larry and I have the privilege to participate in a lot of the state parks around the state of Florida, and one of the state parks here throughout the month of May and the last week in April, they have an abundance of fireflies. They decorate all of the trees out there just like Christmas tree lights, and we put it on Facebook, the WOCA Facebook page, and we got a lot of responses from the listeners that they went out there and they just drove around at night just to see them. It's absolutely gorgeous.
What a wonderful event!
Yeah, and it's free.
To what Larry was saying, I believe that the firefly population in general is declining, although there are 2,000 species because of development across our country, because they breed in marshy areas and around lakes, because of homes and commercial development. Their natural habitats have shrunk, and I believe that's why you see fewer fireflies or lightning bugs, that's what we call them, around our neighborhoods.
I really enjoy the book and the message that you give, because it seems like the relationship between the children and the adults is a solid one.
Oh, thank you. It really is. It's typical of what I would like to express about parental child relationships in general, but it is this wonderful bonding between a daughter and a father in particular. And that's what makes it a great thing to think about, to give fathers and grandfathers in your life for Father's Day gift.
Oh, good idea. You know, one thing I remember really clearly when my son was little, I would remember reading books like this over and over and over again. Many, many times we would read the same book. And when it rhymes, like as yours does, it's easy to memorize. You can hear the child reading it along with you, even if the child hasn't really learned how to read yet.
Exactly, and that's always my hope when I write a story in rhyme, which most of my picture books are in rhyme. And also, I like to put in a lot of different levels of interest in a book so that people will want to read it again and again with their little one. For example, It's a Firefly Night has the story of a daughter and a father exploring the magic of a summer night. There's a counting element from 1 to 10 and back again. I also have scientific facts at the back of the book.
Yeah, I love that part. Let me talk about one of the scientific facts I never knew. That when a firefly is growing up, it's a larva, whatever. And sometimes they glow. Sometimes the worms glow. And that's a glowworm. I never knew.
Yeah, that is so cool. I never knew that.
I wonder why God did make other things with a glowing butt. I mean, I wonder why that's the only creature. Or am I wrong about that? Is there something else that lights up?
I don't know, but you've given me a good research project, Larry.
The book is delightful. It's called "It's a Firefly Night," and it's a children's book, just as you remember when you were a kid or when your children were children, and maybe your children are children. Everybody's different out there. I have a copy. I would like to give it away. It's called "It's a Firefly Night." Dianne Ochiltree is the author. The art, by the way, we need to mention is awesome.
It is.
Betsy Snyder is the artist, right?
Yes, fellow Buckeye.
A fellow Buckeye.
Yay!
All right.
And it is widely available from online and bricks and mortar sources. It is published by Blue Apple Books. And I have a website with all sorts of information, including fun facts about fireflies at my website.
And what is your website?
www.ochiltreebooks.com.
Okay, I'll spell Ochiltree. Let me give the book away first. Good morning. The book is yours. Who's this?
This is Mary.
Okay, Mary, you've got it. It'll be waiting for you.
Thank you so much, everyone.
You're welcome. And Dianne spells her last name Ochiltree. So it's Ochiltreebooks.com.
That is correct.
Okay. Dianne, it sounds like you've got to go. I heard a couple of tones there. So thank you for being on the air with us today, and thank you for making a great contribution to the world of children.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. We will take a little break, and we will be right back.
Thanks.
So what did you do with your weekend? Me? I was flying, because I'm taking flying lessons from Ocala Aviation. Now you're probably thinking to yourself, hey, I'd like to give that a shot, but I'm not quite sure. Well, I've got the solution. It's called the Discovery Flight, and that's exactly what it is. It helps you discover the wonder of flying and if it's for you. It's only $99, and it gives you the chance to learn a bit more about the airplane and then actually go for a ride with a flight instructor and take control of the airplane. That's how I got started, and now I'm on my way to being a pilot. Now, I know, scary thought, right? But the demand for qualified pilots is stronger than ever. And with the help of Ocala Aviation, you could make a career change and learn to be a commercial pilot. But it all starts with a Discovery Flight. So stop by the flight school, conveniently located at the Ocala Airport. Visit the website at ocalaaviation.com or call